For the last 7 years, he handled everything superbly. I mean, RCB captain, India captain, all formats. But if we've seen some of that affect him now.
Yeah.
If we take out something from his plate, so you remove the India T20 option, so focus on Test cricket, focus on ODI cricket, because he hasn't really played ODI cricket in the last 3 years, and that's his bread and butter.
Since 2009, Indian cricket has had an absolute showstopper. But the elephant in the room, guys, is that the show has pretty much stopped for now. Unfortunately, the show that we're talking about is Virat Kohli, and we're here in the dressing room to discuss what's gone on, what the future might hold, and where things really stand with the Indian cricket legend. So Shivaan, put some numbers into perspective for us first.
Well, it's all formats. That's the thing, Suhail. It's not only Test or T20s, it's everything. He hasn't scored a century since 2019, and he's averaging 27 in Test cricket since the last 3 years. And even in the IPL, I mean, he averaged 22, strike rate of 110. I mean, RCB are winning in spite of him playing so badly. So
it's funny, right? Like, you had the Fab 5, the Fab 4, and now we pretty much got a different Fab 3, which is Rishabh Pant, Johnny Bairstow maybe, and Joe Root, exactly. That's sort of your new Fab 3, or it's pretty much only a Fab 1, let's be honest, and that is Joe Root. Right? I mean, you've got 1100s for Joe Root since Virat Kohli's last 100?
No, more. Since 2021 he's got 1100s and Kohli has 0. I mean, the problem with Kohli is he's not looked like scoring runs. It's not that, he's getting great positions, he's making his 80s and 90s. He's had a few good scores, but overall, he's looking a shell of himself just completely.
So it's funny, right? Because a lot of talk about whether he should continue on playing all formats. In my opinion, and I think in many others' opinion as well, you've got the T20 World Cup coming up, end of the year. I think it's a great time for him to hang up his boots after that in that format, take a bit of a breather if he has to, and then focus on the longer format, the red ball stuff, because he's just got it. He still does have it. He's still searching, and as a result of all the pressure that comes with being India's cricket captain, Virat Kohli, the individual, there's a lot that's riding on it, and he's only 33.
Yeah, but the thing is, there are some technical faults there that have to be fixed. I mean, we all can say he needs a break, he needs a mental rest, but when you're resting and not playing series and important matches for India, you're not going to get better. So in Test cricket, if you watch Kohli play, he's always playing on the front foot, right? He's never going the back foot. His offside game behind square is negligent. So
it's gone.
Everything is just trying to play cover drives, and in England, in South Africa and Australia, you'll end up edging one of those two. So his technique has to change. He has to stop getting on the front foot all the time, and in T20 cricket, he needs to work on spin. We know that he can't play spin that well.
Yeah, and we've seen that, right? Left arm spinners, we've seen it with Jay Suchit, who came in fact, for one game and dismissed him for a duck, and leggies as well. He's had trouble in the past, and I think that is a concern.
We've seen Kohli's mentality was his strongest. We saw him chasing, but now you can see him struggling. You saw in the one photo in the IPL after he got out, I think, against Delhi, he's like looking up at the board and saying, why me? Because he's getting bogged down. He's not solving things out on his own on the pitch. So I think he needs to just focus on his technique, work with Sanjay Banga or whatever, try and fix those areas in his game.
I think there's a couple of other things, right? We haven't talked about Kohli, the individual, off the field. I think the pressure that mounts on anyone that's the Indian cricket captain, it's as much pressure as the Indian Prime Minister, let's be honest, right?
Probably
even more at times, right? And then you've got the other side of it, which is now you've got the IPL on one side. He's dropped captaincy there. Actually, RCB did a better job overall under Faf, I would think. But then you've also got someone like a Rishabh Pant coming through, doing a great job. Hardik Pandya doing a great job. Rohit Sharma in the wings, waiting for a long time. Very good captain himself. So there's a lot of things that are obviously plaguing the man overall. But more than anything else, I think, how does he go forward from here? Because as you said, there isn't an answer that's clear-cut for him. A lot of people saying, keep playing cricket because that's your answer. Some people saying, take a breather because that's the answer. But there isn't really a clear-cut answer for him.
I think right now there's too much on his plate. I think because for the last 7 years, he handled everything superbly. I mean, RCB captain, India captain, all formats. But if we've seen some of that affect him now. If we take out something from his plate, so you remove the India T20 option, so focus on Test cricket, focus on ODI cricket, because he hasn't really played ODI cricket in the last 3 years, and that's his bread and butter. That's his. I'll fall asleep and score a century against West Indies or Sri Lanka or something like that. So just take out something, and maybe we can see Kohli extend his prime for another 3-4 years.
And I do think there's one last thing, right? I think you look at the recent series versus England as well. That last Test, he's a man completely out of sorts. but it's that over-aggression, and maybe he's trying to sort of cloud it and just sort of cover it up with...
He needs that aggression now to feel into the game.
There's different people, right? I've played against a lot of guys who feed off it. They need that aggression, but it just comes off looking, and I agree with a lot of individuals that are saying, just go on with your game. Don't go after a guy who's getting hundreds for fun at the moment, Johnny Bairstow. There's a lovely picture of Kohli doing this in the backdrop, while Johnny Bairstow's obviously gone on to win the test for England. So it is a tough one, because you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't if you're Virat Kohli.
That's true.
But I think there is a few positives to come. As I said earlier, he's 33 years old.
Sachin's best cricket came after 35, so he had a post-prime. So maybe we can see Kohli have a renaissance of his own as well. So there's still enough time. We just have to hope that he figures those technical deficiencies out.
Yeah, the showstopper, is there going to be the renaissance of Virat Kohli? Is there a Virat Kohli 3.0 in the offing? That's what we would love to see. He is still got the hunger, he's still got the passion for the game. Let us know what you love about Virat Kohli, how you think he should address the next part of his future, and we'd love to hear from you right here on Man's Life.